I'm still in Meteora. Yesterday was my full day. Today and tomorrow I'll be here. And last year when I was here, I missed this monastery. This is the Monastery of the Holy Trinity. It's just a beautiful, cool day, so I'll be doing a lot of walking. It's kind of hard to get down to it because a bunch of steps leading downwards. So when I leave it, I have to climb this way back again. It's going to be a little tough, but oh well. This is the only monastery I need to visit. I've been to the rest of it. And if you see, this is Meteora. So all the rock formations and with all the monasteries perched on some of the top of the rocks. What I want to talk about today was a very disturbing YouTube video I saw the other night about sexual harassment in Egypt during the revolution, in Tahrir Square. Everybody remembers that, when a foreign journalist was torn from her companions. They rip her clothes off and they grope and finger raped her. And that's the tactic of political thugs, thugs hired by the political parties to humiliate and intimidate, especially female protesters, which is still being used today. And not just during political protesters, rallies and stuff. They use it on a daily basis too. Even as the reporter was going around, they watched as young Egyptian women were being chased by young men and older men, chased after, ripping their clothes off, groping them and finger raping them, so they say. And you see the female victims screaming, lying naked on the floor with no one to help. It's very disturbing, and this goes on. And even as the Western reporter, a woman, was walking with her subjects to interview and to see what's it like, they were being called a whore by many men. Even as they walked past, all they were doing was just walk in Western clothes, conservative Western clothes. And yet we hear Muslim feminists in the West all saying Islam is the best for women, it's the most feminist friendly religion. But the reality on the ground is very different. And this, there are some people, some Egyptian ladies in Egypt, in Cairo, trying to change this. And these women have no recourse. You can't go to the authorities. The authorities will say, it's your fault. Women should be at home. And some will say women should be covered up. But the reality is, those women in niqab and stuff like that said they were being harassed too. So it's a scary situation, especially if that's the culture and if there is no recourse for women. What kind of society is it? And the reporter did interview a few male cohorts. Even they have jobs, they can't afford to get married. So you have a lot of a stray dog. So you have a lot of sexually repressed men in these societies, in Egypt, and I'm sure in other Islamic countries too, that hates women. Well, their religion hates women to begin with. And you have modern modern Islamic women living there. And this transition, if you can call it that, is painful and disturbing and scary. That's all I can say. And I really pray that those females who are going to convert to Islam or who are involved with Islamic men should carefully consider before doing anything. So take a short moment to really investigate. Investigate independently. Don't ask the wolf, "Are you going to eat me?" Of course the wolf said, "No, my dear, I'm not." Just using analogy. And seriously, all right, I'm getting out of breath now because I'm not going downwards. I'm climbing up the stairs up to the monastery of the Holy Trinity. I remember last year I was so tired. One look at those steps and I gave up. So here am I to retry them.